All right, well, this is it. Day one, Smashville Adult Hockey Camp. I've never done a camp before, and I'm 40 pounds overweight, so don't kill me. This past week, the Nashville Predators and Ford Ice Center put on the second annual Smashville Adult Hockey Camp right here in Antioch, Tennessee. And let me tell you, as a participant, it was amazing. On Monday, Ford Ice Center hockey coordinator Nathan Crooks, senior hockey manager Zach Jackson, and former NHL defenseman Dan Keczmer took us through some fundamentals of skating to kind of give us a good foundation for the week. We then broke into 3 groups in 3 different areas of the ice to be able to work with some goalies. After 80 minutes on the ice, we went upstairs, introduced ourselves to our campmates, and just kind of set goals for the week. Tuesday, the participants were subject to a shooting clinic and a puck handling clinic by, get this, 6-time 20-goal scorer JP Dumont. On Wednesday, our instructor was none other than 1984 Olympic figure skating gold medalist Scott Hamilton. And let me tell you, when Scott Hamilton tells you to work on your edges this way or do this drill because you can get more confidence leaning right or left, and you have to be equal with your skating on both sides of your body, all that, you kind of listen, or you fall down 10 or 12 times trying, because he kind of knows what he's talking about, right? I caught up with him after the session. You're out here with varying degrees of skill level. What kind of challenges does that present to have like a guy with, been on the skates for maybe a couple weeks, and then another guy who's been on the skates for 20 years?
Well, I mean, so much about, especially adult hockey, is a lot of guys start later. They don't really truly understand the power of the blade, the power of the edge, the power of what your skates can do for you. A lot of times when we start skating, we're worried about what we can do to the skates. What I was trying to do is flip the script a little bit and say, here's what your skates can do for you. And it allows you to kind of look at things a little differently. We did a lot of complex movement tonight, but I tried to keep it simple in a way of, if you make it hard, it's going to be hard. If you just put your body in the right place, it becomes relatively simple. The idea of skating isn't just going really like stepping on the ice, it's like gliding and pushing and using your edges. And so the more I can emphasize the edge and the quality of the edge, the more people understand what the skates can do for them.
We finished off Wednesday night with a yoga session, which a lot of the participants got a lot out of. And then, of course, the highlight of the week for me personally as a hockey nerd, right, was being able to pick the brain and have an instruction by Nashville Predators video coach Lawrence Filoni. Wow. To have that kind of access to Lawrence and to have that kind of instruction of him showing clips of NHL players doing things right, doing things wrong. This is the right position if you're this player. If you're not this player, but you find yourself in that area of the ice, then all of a sudden you become responsible for these things, that kind of stuff. It was so enlightening, and I could have watched it for 6, 7, 8 hours. We then got on the ice on Thursday, but Chris Mason, former NHL goaltender, former Nashville Predator, and current Predators TV analyst, he helped out with the video session. He helped out Lawrence with the video session, but he also worked with the goalies a lot on Thursday. Think about that for a second. Chris Mason has 317 NHL games experience under his belt, not to mention 137 career wins. What better resource for a goaltender than to be able to work with him even for a night? I mean, just that's what this camp gives you. Finally, Friday night was the scrimmage. Team Blue lost 7-2, but that doesn't matter. We had a tremendous time, and it was great to be able to put into practice consciously in a game environment what we learned going through the week to that point. So again, I cannot recommend this camp enough. If you are into hockey at all, or if you have any interest in learning how to play hockey, it doesn't matter if you have been on the ice for 2 months or if you've been skating for 20 years. This is a great camp that you need to take advantage of if you fall into that category. One last thing I want to mention before I get out of here. I had a U.S. Pond Hockey Championship friend of mine who lives in Buffalo tweet me during the camp because he saw my video updates and stuff. And he had mentioned that he wishes the Buffalo Sabres would do something like this. And that really got me thinking, right? Like, this is a guy who's played for decades probably. I mean, it's over 10 years. I don't know if it's decades, but it's a long time, okay? He was seeing the experience that I had and that we were all having, the 22 skaters or how many ever it was and 4 goalies, we're having here with the access to the former players and the current NHL coach that we had, and just being like, man, I'd love to go through something like that. And that really got me thinking about how special this camp really is and how wonderful it is to have a National Hockey League team here purposely trying and being proud of growing the game in the Middle Tennessee area. This is Jeremy K. Gover with the Nashville Predators Radio Network and thegamenashville.com. You can follow me on Twitter at GoverTime. Reporting from Fordyce Center here in Antioch, Tennessee. Again, just a tremendous, tremendous week. I cannot rave about it enough. I will, of course, see you. This is my 9th season covering the team. So I, of course, will see you at Bridgestone Arena all season long. But I very much hope to see you right here in August of 2019 for the 3rd annual Smashville Adult Hockey Camp. You will not regret it.